stop doing this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandon and this is Creator People. We talk a lot about how to grow your influence on YouTube, and I'd really love if you would just go ahead and hit subscribe, smash that like button, share this with all your friends, comment below. Okay, before I give you what's actually only about 2 minutes of valuable content, here's a 30-second bumper with images of me or my family or my business
with some fun music and a logo.
Don't do that! Instead of what most YouTubers do that doesn't work, I'm going to show you how to outline and script a YouTube video that people actually want to watch. And if you know a content creator who's done anything like what I just showed you, share this with them in a text or a DM, because I'm about to totally shatter your ideas of what a YouTube script or outline should look like. Ready? Let's go. So I've just shown you an example of what a normal YouTube script or outline looks like. And you guys have all seen this. I see it all the time. You've got really 3 parts. You've got an intro, a body, and an outro. And we're gonna break down what those typically look like. See, the intro, which by the way, you probably don't need, usually includes a welcome. Hi guys, that kind of thing. Welcome back to my channel with your name and maybe your channel's name, which is backward. We'll talk about that. And then you instantly go into a CTA, a call to action. Most people at the front end of their videos are asking new viewers to subscribe to their channel. There's a problem with that. They don't know you. You haven't given them any value or any reason that they want to see more of you. And you might, in your video, you might have something valuable to offer, but before you've given any of that, you're saying, hey, but come back for more of me. That doesn't work in any type of relationship. And I know a lot of folks really like to see their channels as an online community. I do. I want to build a community of people who are creating positive content on the internet, but nobody wants to be part of a community that starts out asking things from you instead of giving you something. We all want to do business. We all want to spend time with generous people. Generous people don't start by taking, they start by giving. Then we go right into the body, right? And this is usually a monologue that may include some concise information buried within stories and opinions and feelings on the subject of the video. It's not giving information, it's me talking with some nuggets of value in the middle of it. And then there's the outro, which is like, thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you go ahead and hit subscribe, smash that like button, go to my newsletter and share this video, and a million things that we want them to do, but nobody's watching anymore because you've also had a little bit of a transition in there where you say like, hey, that's the end of the video before you said thanks for watching, and people click off. You can see that in all of your watch time graphs, and we're going to talk about how you can fix that today as well. So this is normal. This is what everybody's doing. But let's look at what successful creators are doing instead. Now see here, this is a totally different beast. This is broken into a hook, maybe an intro, we'll get there, a body with specific helpful points, and a crash. We're not talking about an outro, we're talking about a crash. A good hook contains 2 primary elements, a visual appeal and a title promise. There's a couple of different ways you can do that, but right now, just write in your notes, and if you're not taking notes, get a piece of paper and a pen, write them out. Element 1, a visual appeal. Element 2, a title promise. But very important, I'm not asking them in the hook to subscribe. Wait until you've actually given them something before you ask for something in return. Like maybe halfway through the video, just ask briefly, like I'm doing right now. If you're a creator or a small business trying to grow on YouTube, I want to help. So go ahead and get subscribed so you don't miss the tips and tricks I'm giving away for free to help you grow your influence and income with integrity. The second part, the intro, isn't absolutely necessary, but if you do it, it should be very brief. And your channel name should go first because it's not about you unless it's like a vlog channel, a personal brand. That might be different. But I didn't start with, hey, I'm Brandon, welcome to Creator People. You said, hey, this is Creator People. That instantly positions it like I'm not here about me, right? And then what I said was, oh, and I'm Brandon, right? Like, it's oh, by the way, here's who I am. It's about what I'm giving you, about this channel, and then about me. Does that make sense? And then the body, and note the difference here. This isn't me telling a meandering story. This isn't a monologue. This is me hitting specific, helpful points to my audience. Don't get me wrong. I know this can be really hard to do when you sit in front of a camera and just start talking about the subject of your video. This is why we should be planning ahead of time. Write out at least an outline of your important points before you start talking. Better than that, write out some supporting evidence, either a quote or a personal experience or some data that support that what you're saying is valuable to your audience. And then when you're done, wrap it up. I don't want you to outro your video. I want you to crash your video. The crash is really simple. It's less than 10 seconds. I personally like 6. You'll see a lot of that in my videos. And in my one-on-one coaching, that's what I encourage people to do. And I've seen the value of it. If you're watching this video and you're one of those people who's been practicing crashing your videos, put down below what that experience has been like for you. And if you're looking for personal coaching on YouTube, you can find that at creatorpeople.com. But it should just include really 2 things, because you don't have that much time to get it out. The video they should watch next and why, and 1 CTA. might be subscribe. That's probably a good one at the end of your video because you've already given them value. It might be clicking on a website. It might be a like. It might be a share, but keep it simple. People are only going to do one thing, maybe. If you want to see what that looks like, watch all the way through this video. I'm going to show you a crash. Let's break down what the hook really looks like. I told you there are two main parts to it. There's a visual appeal and a title promise. A visual appeal is something that is appealing visually. It can be two things. It can be either a creative element or a shocking element. You've seen the creative element all the time. I kind of did one of those at the beginning of this video. I did a really impactful, don't do this kind of thing, followed by a bit of a funny, hyperbolized version of the standard YouTube intro. But I also incorporated the shocking part. You've got 3 seconds to earn 5 seconds, to earn 10 seconds, to earn 30 seconds of their watch time. If you can get that far into the video and they're still tuned in, more than likely they'll stick around for a lot longer. The other part is the title promise. This is you reiterating what it is your title is telling them they should expect in the video. People click on the video for 2 reasons, your title and your thumbnail. If those things don't line up with what's in the video, they click away. Maybe you're taking a little time getting there. Well, you shouldn't, but it's always helpful to remind them right away, I'm going to give you this. This is like you're saying, hey, just so you know, you can trust me. I'm going to deliver on what I've promised. 2 ways to do that as well. The first one is the direct way. In this video, I'm going to show you how to outline a YouTube video that people actually want to watch. Direct promise. The other way to do it is a sneak peek. This would be a clip from later in the video, put right at the beginning, and you put something like coming up or in this video. And it's something either really impactful or powerful or funny or surprising that kind of goes back into the shocking element as well, so people know what they have to look forward to. These two elements together, the visual appeal and the title promise, give you a strong hook to keep people watching. Now let's talk about the crash thing. Look at this graph. This is a watch time graph from my wife's mommy channel. If you don't know about that, Brigitte Beckley on YouTube, if you're a busy mom who wants to learn mommy things. But this graph probably looks a lot like a lot of your graphs. You can see people dropping off pretty quickly. You can see them coming back a little bit, probably because there was an intro bumper that didn't need to be there. And then you can see them slowly dropping off over time until here. It looks like this is about 4 minutes in. So for the last 30 seconds, we're going from like 50-something% of people watching all the way down to under 30%. A quarter of the people finish this video. I'm here to tell you that's not good, and it doesn't have to be that way. YouTube wants one thing: money. How do they get the money? People watching their ads. How do they get people to watch their ads? Your videos getting eyes on them for a longer period of time and more frequently. So if everybody's dropping off at the very end of your video, that's a whole chunk of ads they're not getting to show to people. So if you keep people watching, YouTube will show more people your video. How do you do that? You crash the plane. Imagine this graph as a flight path. The plane's going along, slowly dropping in altitude, and then it drops down and very gently lands on the runway. That's bad. Imagine if it didn't stop on the runway, there's a mountain right here, okay? Imagine there's a mountain. I don't want you to land this plane. I want you to keep this graph going and crash it into a mountain. Not even crash in the ground, straight into a mountain. That means people kept watching your video and didn't even have time to click off. How do you do that? Well, it's the crash. Like I told you, the crash has 2 simple elements. Hey, subscribe if you haven't, and go ahead and watch this video next if reason you're going to provide for watching that video next. My wife did that, and here's the change it made. Crash into the side of the mountain. You can see there's a normal drop off there, but then way more steady throughout. Pretty consistent. People aren't leaving. And there's almost no change at the very end. What happens is people know you're closing. They want to click off because, oh, the video's over. And you do this, you cause this by saying things like, and finally, don't do that. Or, that's the video for today, guys, don't do that. Or, and that's about it. Don't do those things. Because after that is when you're asking them for something back. You're asking them to subscribe or asking them to watch another video, which is always a good idea. Unless you don't want to grow. If you don't want to grow, do really long outros. It'll help a lot. But if you want YouTube to show your video to more people, crash your video, and there might be one other really big mistake you're making in your videos, but I've got an easy fix. So after you hit subscribe, go ahead and click here to learn what that is and how to fix it.